Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kavitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but we're too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kavitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kavitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kavitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kavitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kavitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kavitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Smile. I'm Dr. Kavitko. This is episode number 446. Really appreciate you joining me today. Today, the show is an interview with Mr. Leroy Beachy. He's a member of the Amish community, and I wanted to gain insight into the life of the Amish, life inside the Amish community. I've always been very curious, and Amish typically are not allowed to speak to the media, but I was fortunate enough to find Mr. Beachy. He's an author, which we'll learn about later. Before we get started, though, let me remind you, if you would like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kavitko, and please go to my office Facebook page and like us. Also, past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. So, let's bring on Mr. Beachy. Mr. Leroy Beachy.
Happy to be here.
My first question is, are there any Amish dentists or Mennonite dentists?
Are there any Amish dentists?
Yes.
There are Mennonite. We have Mennonite dentists.
You do?
That originate from the Amish. It's a pretty common thing for people who get a little more education to leave the Amish and become Mennonite.
Okay, they leave the Amish, they become Mennonites.
Yes.
And then they go off onto college.
Yeah, there was here in Berlin, there was a Carl Yoder. His grandfather would have been Amish, and then he had a son. I think he was also named Carl, and so I don't know if they're still in the business or not.
Okay. And so what is it that the difference between Amish and Mennonite is education?
Well, mostly technology. Most of the Amish use don't drive cars. They have still horse and buggy, and most of them don't use electricity. And now I'm an Amishman, but there's some Amish who do drive cars. They call us the Beachy Amish.
Beachy Amish.
Because the bishop when the automobiles first came out, there was one Amish bishop that tolerated automobiles, so they were nicknamed the Beachy Amish.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Columbus.
From Columbus?
Yes.
Oh, I see. You're not that far from us.
No, about a 2-hour drive.
That's right.
So I wanted to find out, okay, I understand that the reason there is no electricity is because, tell me if I'm wrong, but the thought is you bring the outside world's problems in if you hook up to the electricity?
Well, when electricity first came in, which was, I think, around 1895 or somewhere there, it was considered something new. Amish put things off a little bit, see how things work out for someone else before they tolerate it. So most of the Amish don't use grid electricity now. Some of them are using electricity from what do they call that?
Solar?
What?
Solar?
Yes.
And what about generators?
Yes.
Okay.
Generators, I think, mostly sort of for an emergency, maybe.
Generators for an emergency.
But, yeah.
Okay. So I heard that even though there are no Amish dentists, that there is such a thing as there might be a guy here and there who has learned how to extract teeth. Is that true?
Yes, there are. In fact, I think it was an Amish woman that did it first, of the very strict Schwarzentrooper Amish. But she mostly only did it for the people of their level of discipline.
I see. How do you think she learned how to extract teeth?
I think she learned it from a dentist,
Okay.
and I think he furnished her with materials.
Oh,
So that's how she did it, I think.
so was she able to numb the person using Novocaine?
No, she didn't pull teeth. She just made false teeth.
Oh, made false teeth. Okay, got it. So, may I ask, do most Amish children, are they mostly born at home?
No, I don't think so. I was born at home, I'm sure. I'm 86 years old, but no, by today, the Amish build, some of the Amish build their own birthing centers. It's very expensive to have a baby in a hospital, so they put up the building and some doctor works with them to deliver babies.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, do Amish people pay taxes, property taxes?
Oh, yes,
Yes?
yes.
Do Amish people have social security numbers?
I have a Social Security number, yes.
So every Amish child that's born is given a social security number?
I don't know. I can't tell that. I think I got one when I became of age at 21 and I started working for someone, so I needed a Social Security number.
Okay. So only if you need a job will you get one, a social security number, correct?
I suppose that is true.
Okay.
I guess there may be some young Amish boys, 15, 16, 17 years old, that work for other Amish that don't have that. I can't tell you.
Okay. So now Amish have their own schools, correct?
Yes, some do. I always went through public school and always sent my children through public school, but yes, I would say half of the Amish have their own schools.
Half of them. Okay. And the other thing that I was trying to figure out the differences between some Amish use horse and buggy, some use bicycles.
Yeah.
What's the difference and how do you
Well,
decide?
Yeah. Well, the people that use bicycles also have horse and buggies.
Oh, they do.
It's just, if you just want to go a quarter mile to get some groceries or something, it's easier to take the bicycle than to hitch up a horse.
I see. Now, today at the Amish Heritage Center,
Yes?
there was a group of young men from Illinois, Amish boys. And so there was a group of Amish young men that came to the Heritage Center, and they were there at the same time as my wife and I. And they were from Illinois. Now, I didn't ask them, but I'm curious, how do you suppose they would travel? Are they allowed to travel using a bus?
Well, there's many retired people in this area that they have vans, and the Amish hire the vans to take them around.
Oh, okay. So they can be a passenger in a vehicle, they just can't drive it.
Yeah, that's right.
So for that reason, they don't have driver's licenses, correct?
Yes.
But when they drive their tractors on the side of the road hauling things, that's different. You don't need a driver's license to drive a tractor?
Yeah, a tractor, you don't need a license for a tractor.
Okay. That's very interesting. Now, is there some kind of a protocol with the beard? So, for example, do young boys start to grow their beard after they become married? Or can you tell me about the beards and the different stages?
Well, yeah, most Amish churches do require the wearing of the beard, and usually it depends. Some start wearing it when it starts growing, and some start wearing it when they become church members at maybe 16 or 17, and some don't wear it until they get married.
I see. But it's up to the young man to decide.
Yes, I suppose partly that, and some churches have different rules on that.
I see. Now,
There's
is there...
something, I wear a full beard, and there's, the way I see it, I'm wearing the beard not just because I have to, because of church rules. I have it because God made me that way. And there's two interesting things about the beard. It separates male from female, and it also separates the men from the boys.
Correct.
When a boy starts, when the beard starts to grow, he's able to be a father. And when the girl's breasts begin to develop, she's able to be a mother. And so God made that way.
How old are the children allowed to marry then?
Well, they usually marry around, very few marry before they are of age, at 21.
Oh, usually not until 21.
Yes, some do earlier, but when I had my second wife, I lost my first wife to cancer, but when I first married, I was 24 and she was 22. I think that's about average age.
I see. So do you believe that, do the Amish folks, the community, do they go to a dentist every 6 months as is recommended, or do they typically only go when they are having a problem?
I think mostly when they're having a problem.
Okay.
I don't go to the dentist unless I have to. I had bad teeth, and my lower teeth are implants.
Oh, implants.
In the bridge.
Awesome.
And the top teeth are just the denture that I take out at night.
I see. Interesting. Okay. All right. In a minute or so, you're going to have a chance to win a prize. And that means we're going to be doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. But before we do, I'd like you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. One winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
Okay, and the question of the day is, my guest today is Mr. Leroy Beachy, a member of the Amish community. According to Mr. Beachy, there is no such thing as an Amish dentist because the Amish only obtain an 8th grade education. Is that true or false? All right. The winner is going to receive 2 lawn tickets to Picnic with the Pops concert featuring the OSU Marching Band on Saturday, July 30th at 8 p.m. It will be held at the Columbus Commons. The number to call, 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and road show. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
Dr. Kvitko! Let's go! Hi, I'm Johanna, and I've been a dental patient at Dr. Kvitko and Associates for over 10 years. I would really recommend Dr. Kvitko for your family's dental care. They're friendly. They're always there to help me. I feel like family when I walk in the door. It's clean, it's comfortable. Even if I have to bring my kids, they have a great playroom for them. I know when I'm with Dr. Kvitko, they are taking that extra time to make sure that I'm going to be the healthiest I can be. They've been great. I love them.
Call Dr. Kvitko and Associates today, 614-262-9588.
Hi, my name's Athena. My family and I have been patients of Dr. Kvitko and Associates for over 10 years. We've gone to Dr. Kvitko for numerous reasons, especially cleanings, crowns, and root canals. Since going to Dr. Kvitko, I get compliments every day on how beautiful my smile is, and people always ask me how I get my teeth so white. I used to be afraid of the dentist, but Dr. Kvitko and his staff make you feel very comfortable and relaxed, and I'm not afraid anymore. I would recommend Dr. Kvitko for all your family's dental needs.
Call Dr. Kvitko and Associates today, 614-262-9588.
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kvitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. we're back. We are doing Dr. Kavitko's question of the day. Actually, during the break, we had the winner was Jane. Jane from Hilliard had the correct answer, which is true. There is no such thing as an Amish dentist, which I found that pretty interesting. I didn't realize that. You can have a Mennonite dentist, but not an Amish dentist. All right, so if you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kavitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 446. Today, with me by phone is Mr. Leroy Beachy, a member of the Amish community, and we're learning about what life is like for the Amish. So, what about toothpaste? Do you use the regular over-the-counter toothpastes like we would find in the typical stores?
Yeah.
Use Crest and Colgate and...
That's right.
Okay, all right. Now, you said that there is a woman that makes dentures, but for the most part you go to a traditional dentist for dentures.
Yeah, there was only one woman of the 20,000 Amish that live here that I know that ever did that, but I think maybe there's a man that is doing it now. I don't know really.
Okay, and then another question that comes to mind is what about braces, orthodontics, tooth straightening? Do any Amish folks partake in having their teeth straightened?
Oh, yes, that would be if you see them with those wire things. Yeah, there's some young people do that.
They do? Cool. Interesting. That's really neat. Now, how many children does an average Amish family have?
I have 7.
7, okay.
And there are families that have 14 and even as much as 18. That's not so common as it was earlier, but I would guess on an average maybe 5.
5 children on average?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the horses, I noticed you have, when I was out and about today in Berlin, I noticed that there were, actually not today, Saturday, I noticed the gentleman out in the field with plowing with draft horses.
Plowing with what?
Draft horses?
Yes.
And are those draft horses, are they bred? Do they buy them? How do Amish folks get the horses that they use for both their horse and buggy and for farm?
Okay, well, there's a big market for horses, so last week again there was a horse sale. There's a certain auction barn here where people come from Michigan and Pennsylvania and all over to buy horses. Now, the horses that they use in their buggies are not what you call a workhorse, and they're mostly horses that come from the racetrack that didn't do well, so they're sold at these auctions and they use them for buggy horses. But the ones you use in the field to pull equipment, it's a heavier horse.
Okay. Interesting. So I noticed the horse and buggy, they're relatively small. They'll sit 2 people and a child, correct?
Yes. Yeah. There are some, however, that they have 2-seaters now.
2-seaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the children, a 2-seater they call a surrey, and a 1-seater they call a buggy.
Oh, okay. So, but if somebody has 5 children, and that would be 7 people, would it take 3 surreys to get to town, or?
Yeah, well, if you have 7 children, it may be that the older ones are already old enough to have their own horse and buggy, and the younger ones are growing up.
I see. Now, how much does a buggy cost, and how much does a surrey cost?
I just heard on the telephone there was some kind of an auction, a special auction for relief for people in Haiti that are very poor, and then the things usually bring a little more than they should. But a buggy brought $6,500.
$6,500 for a buggy?
Normally a buggy would be around $2,000.
$2,000. And what about a surrey?
A horse can cost, well, if you want any good horse, it'll probably be a $5,000 or even a $10,000 horse.
Wow, wow. And where do you get the money to buy these?
We work.
I know, but then you sell milk, right?
We what?
What do you sell to get the money?
Well, And when I was growing up, so let's say when I was 18 years old, most of the Amish lived on farms, and they farmed. They had some cows and some pigs and some chickens. But today, there are so many Amish, and the land doesn't grow. And so most of the Amish today are in the woodworking business.
Oh.
North Carolina used to be the furniture capital of the U.S. Today it's Holmes County, Ohio. And, of course, the lumber is brought in, logs are brought in, and then I suppose there's 50 sawmills around, and then there's businesses which dry the lumber, kill and dry the lumber, and then there's, I remember it must have been about 7 years ago, there was a news reporter in this area, and he counted the Amish woodworking shops, and he said there are 364, but that was 7 years ago. I'm sure there's 2,000.
Wow.
Most Amish, they make chairs and tables and bedroom furniture and whatever, and it's very high quality.
Very neat, very neat. And then the other business would be what, dairy products?
Yeah. There are a few dairy farmers. Much more common is farmers that raise chickens.
Really?
There are dressing plants here, 2 very large dressing plants, and then you have a contract with them, and you get the little chicks from them, and you have a broiler house 500 feet long, and you have, I don't know how many thousand chicks, and then when they're ready to sell, to go for the market, then they pick them up, and then they bring you more chicks.
Oh.
That's very much more common than dairy farming.
Interesting. I did not know that.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 446, and today we are talking with Amishman, Mr. Leroy Beachy. So, Mr. Beachy, how much would a Surrey cost?
How much would what cost?
A Surrey. You said a Surrey is a two-seater?
A Surrey, oh, not much more than the buggy, because you have the same undercarriage, and it's just the extra seat. I would say if a buggy costs $2,000, a Surrey might cost $2,600. I'm just guessing.
And those are made right in Holmes County by other Amish folks?
Yes, there's, I can think of 4 buggy shops, the full-time buggy shops, but I'm sure there are more.
Okay.
I can think of 5 and 6, and I'm sure there are more.
Now, you are 86, so I wouldn't expect you to be actively involved in using the internet, but are your grandchildren using the internet?
No.
No?
We have computers, but our church does not allow internet because there's too much stuff coming over it that's not good for young people.
Okay. And so the computers are used for, say, billing, for accounting, for
Yeah, I wrote a book on the history of the Amish.
You did?
Took me 23 years, and I worked with a computer.
What's the name of the book?
It's called Unsalite, the story of the Amish. Unsalite is the term, a Pennsylvania Dutch term that we use for our people.
Oh. And where can I find
if
it?
you were over at Behold, it was there for sale.
It was at the, okay, and so say the name again, because I may still get it.
Unsalite, Unserleit. And we sell them here too. We can mail you a copy if you
Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that when we're done with the interview. We'll arrange to receive a copy, okay? So, okay. That's really, really neat. So your parents came to Ohio. How did you wind up in Holmes County?
How did I get to Holmes County?
Yes.
I was born.
Oh, born there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm living, the farm that I was born on, it's no longer a farm. It's parceled out for homes and so forth, businesses. But I still live on the same acreage in which I was born.
Very neat. Very neat. Well, I definitely want to get a copy of the book. So first of all, it's Mr. Leroy Beachy, and I want to thank you so much for being willing to be on my show. It's really awesome of you to do.
Happy to be here.
And I'm going to get a copy of the book.
Yeah, if you're interested in the Amish, you'll learn. It's a 2-volume set. It's 1,000 pages, and it's in a nice bookcase. It's very well bound. It's not leather, but it's leather-like. And it has, it's illustrated. I am also an artist, and there's about 300 pictures in the book that I made.
Awesome.
I think you'll enjoy it. And it begins with the founding of the Amish in Europe, in Switzerland, in the late 1600s.
Okay.
And then where we, because we did not join the military and because we didn't baptize babies, we were considered heretics, so we were chased out of the country. And mostly settled in the eastern part of France and in parts of Germany until Pennsylvania opened up for immigration in the 1700s. So,
William Penn, yes.
so it's the whole complete story.
Okay. Awesome.
And you'll enjoy it. A history book can get pretty dry, but I wrote it sort of in story form.
Okay.
The title is Unsalite, which means our people, and then the rest of the title is the story of the Amish. And so all the questions you ask me, plus hundreds of others, you will find in the book.
And then hopefully we'll get to meet someday.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And then if I need my teeth fixed, you're going to come fix my teeth. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have a
Bye-bye.
great day. Bye-bye now.
You're very welcome.
That's all the time we have today, but before I go, I want to say that I have a new granddaughter. My daughter Heather and her husband Corey welcomed Evelyn Melinda White into this world on July 23rd. We're very excited, and congratulations, and Evelyn, welcome to the world. All right, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Kvitko and visit my office Facebook page, which is Dr. Kvitko and Associates, and like us. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.